Pandas. Pandas. Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the late start. Busy morning. Pandas. If you're just joining, scalp that like button. Throw those GMs in the chat. Let me know you guys are here. Pandas. Whoo! Well, we broke all-time highs. We made new all-time highs. And made a nasty head and shoulders here overnight. Incredible head and shoulders here. It could be a big reversal. We'll see. First 5-minute candle. Oh, I still got my Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Let me get rid of these Bollinger Bands. I was so bored on Friday. I threw up all these things on here, including Bollinger Bands. We couldn't hit all-time highs yesterday or on Friday, but we surely hit them overnight. Actually, we just opened right above it, and now we're spiking to the downside. Interesting. Maybe try to fill the gap. Let me say good morning. A couple more pandas here. Rohan, good morning. Luis, good morning. DDKES, good morning. Gab, good morning. You know what today is, pandas? It's Monday, Monday, Monday. TGIM. Thank God it's Monday, Monday, Monday. Welcome to my stream. I'm by Money, and we are live back at it again. I'm up 2K, pandas. I'm up 2K on possibly the easiest trade I've ever taken in my life. Possibly the easiest trade I've taken in my life. You can see my entry here. And it really is a break above the previous day's high, previous week's high. Consolidated a little bit. Broke out of the triangle. Pullback retest. Strong bull bar. It's the first entry, but I love it. Because right above it, we got all-time highs. And that's all I wanted, pandas. All-time highs, had a little small runner here. Got a little bit more extra on the runner. And we're up 2K, pandas. That's all I need is one setup. That's all I need is one setup, pandas, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. But pandas, I'm telling you, it's even so hard to get one single setup. One really good-looking setup. And we got it. We got it last night. Unfortunately, I couldn't stream it. Because it was what that was 11 p.m. last night Eastern time. But I just wanted to show you the trade I took to be up 2K. And I really thought the accounts, they were on their kind of last leg. I've just they've been resurrected so many times. But now we're up 4,000 on them. It's actually really healthy, and I just need about 1,000 more in order to request a payout. So we are, we're doing fine and dandy right now. 300, 200. I just need one scalp today. I need a 10-point scalp. I need one scalp today, to get to the max. Any max per day is 2,400 because I'm looking to request a payout at $8,000. And 8,000 times 0.3 is 2,400. So that means I have about $250 of a scalp that I need, which is exactly 12.5 points. So I have 12.5 points to make my $250. Pandas, can we get it? Can we get it? I just need one contract, 12.5 points, and we're done for today. We're done because that's max we can make today. So I'm just looking for one single trade today, one single scalp. And of course, if I start losing, then we got to keep trading. We got to keep trading as long as we don't have a 3-loss differential. But being up 2K is nice. It's been a while since I've seen a 2K day. And like has been all the other days, all the action happens overnight. The overnight price action is incredible. How do I feel now that we made new all-time highs today? I feel like maybe the market may start to move. Like we've been stuck in this trading range, like in this chop. Like we've been stuck. Let me mark it like this. We've been stuck in this chop for a very long time, several weeks, several months, and uh, now that we have these strong bull bars making new all-time highs, right? Remember, all-time highs are right here, just poked above it, and so now since the market kind of is hitting like a critical area, it might make a strong move, either a breakout or a reversal here. So we could get some good price action. Don't bet on it. I just don't know, to be honest, just because we've had terrible price action for now. It's been nine full weeks. Like this is a 10th week of possible terrible price action. And I'm really just talking about the regular trading hours. Like the overnight sessions have been great. This is the overnight session. We made some bamboo. Like I can go back and look at all the overnight sessions, but just believe me when I say the off-hour trading has been better than the regular trading hours. H2, good morning. Gab, good morning. YL says it's not all-time highs if you factor in the USD weakness. Um, I guess like other currencies maybe it hasn't made new all-time highs, but as far as it comes to trading, the markets, it is all-time highs. If you want to account for like, USD weakness, then let's go back to the gold standard. What is it compared to gold? What's the market actually at? Speaking of gold, where are we on gold? What's gold doing? Can do all-time highs. Oil. That's a big drop in oil. I wasn't expecting that, but that's a big drop in oil. Wait, that's like a. Wait, that's crazy. That's a one candle. Oil just got smacked. Smashed. Second inch short here. We are in a downtrend currently. Okay. It's pushing down. The 5 minute has a gap to fill underneath. Big push down here. All we need is a 12.5 point move, and we are ready to go. 12.5 is what, 50 points? Is it 50 points? 12.5. 12.5 times 4. What's 12.5 times 4? 12.5. 25. Yeah, 50 points. I'm looking for a 50-point trade. Sorry, 50 ticks, not 50 points. 50 tick trade. Blue Steel, good morning. Pandas, we have revitalized our accounts, and we're kind of getting them back up to where we need them. Basically, what we need right now was our accounts to hit 5,000, right? Those low accounts on the bottom half of the screen. Sorry, the bottom half of my accounts. On the left of the screen, you can see my account balances on Apex. We need to get it up to 5,000 so I can request a payout. I can't do it today because it's too far away. But right when we get to 5,000, we're going to request a payout, and we're expecting to get denied. But we're doing that so we can start our 8 days again. Because no matter what, at this point, they will get denied. So we need to just get them denied so we can hurry up and start a new cycle. The top half of my accounts are very healthy. I already pulled out max contracts across all my accounts, but recently pulled out on the top half, and now we're like poised to do another max payout on the top half of my accounts, which is $30,000. I mean, even making $30,000 per payout is not too shabby, right, pandas? Making 30K per payout. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby, if you ask me. I mean, that's 60K per month. 60K times 12. It's, over half a million. Anything over half a million is not bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, pandas. Anything over half a million, it's not too shabby, if you ask me. Anything, I mean, I'm just happy to make six figures. But half a million? I mean, that is. Now we're talking like serious, serious cash. While I just say, got back home, Korea was banging. Hey, what'd you do there? What'd you do? I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed Korea. Where'd you go? What'd you do? What'd you eat? The most insulting question is to any Korean. Whenever a Korean says, if you ask anyone and they say they're from Korea, don't ever ask them this question. Don't ever ask them this question. Guess what question it is. Let me give you some time to guess what question I'm talking about.
2500 tick trap.
You went to Daiso and Olive Young. Well, are you a female or did you go with your girlfriend? That is like literally what you'll do if you're a girl.
2500 tick trap.
Another push down. Oh, wife. Oh, sorry, you're married. Oh yeah, the karaoke machine. The karaoke. Your job was to carry. Oh yeah, of course, of course. You eat anything good? Usually people go to Korea to eat good food. And did you go to Jeju Island? Jeju is also nice. If you get a chance to go. Right now, I might be blazing though. Pandas, guess what question insults every Korean person? If you ever meet someone, they say they're from Korea, don't ever ask this question next. Guess which question it is. Well, I'll go to Jeju Island. Well, are you from where are you like where are you located? Are you located in like China or Taiwan or something? Are you related to Kim Jong? That is pretty that is pretty from Hong Kong. All right, cool. So Hong Kong is not China. Like, do people like to say they're from Hong Kong but not from China? The question you never ask, pandas, is Blue Steel, do you like Chinese food? I'm from Korea. Oh, do you like Chinese food? That's like the most ignorant thing you can say. No, the question is North or South. Don't ever ask a Korean person if they're from North or South Korea. If they're from North Korea, then that means they have a TED talk out there of their journey, how they escaped from Supreme Leader, and how they came on a raft, to escape to China and somehow go to Thailand and make their way to the U.S. Like, don't ever ask North or South. Like, just always assume South, and if they're from the North, you will know. You will know if they're from the North because they're probably doing a TED talk. The North Korean woman who does the TED talks is a fraud. I heard, like the one who wrote the book, Yeonmi Park. She's on a lot of podcasts. She's on a lot of podcasts. Is she a fraud though? She wrote a book and everything. To each his own. But yes. Okay. We opened at all time highs and we basically made a very strong reversal candle, right? On the 5 minute chart. This line is the all time high and we opened right above it, but we just went straight down the moment we opened. Probably to fill the gap, and if we're really gonna break out of the all time highs, then we probably need to like refuel here. like the NQ institutions, they're not able to like just break out on first attempt. Or or maybe some people call the top, bears what they want in this situation is a double top. They want to sell here and hope for a huge push down. If you like, you know, something similar, even though this time frame is very short. This is like just 6 months. 6 months is very short. Yeah, I don't know. BB, so I have no clue what to ask, period. I'm from Korea. Cool. That's it. That's the answer. That's the response. Like, cool. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
2,500 tick trap.
Geo says, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Pandas TGIM. Thank God it's Monday, Monday, Monday. Scalp that like button. Also, drop some GMs in the chat. Let's get some engagement here. We're up $2,000, Pandas. Our accounts are looking healthy. I'm feeling good. We just had one solid trade. That's all I needed last night. And again, the trade was trying to get to all-time highs. Like it's a magnet, and we basically had like a very strong push up, some consolidation, and another push up to the all-time highs. Beautiful trade. Had a runner here. You can see the arrow here really where I exited the orders. I entered on this blue, and I exited on these two red. So we're with $2,000 in one trade, and I mean that's what trading is really. Like you just honestly, like when you lose, try to lose small, but try to have a lot of bullets for yourself to give yourself a chance to make the good trades, right? And the good trade nowadays, honestly, like really, like for right now, the good trade is a 1-to-1. It's hard to make anything better than that. It's just the market's so choppy. Right now, the market's moving. Right, the ATR is almost 10, which is really nice when it comes to the 500 tick chart. Um, ATR is surprisingly small on the 5 minute chart, and ATR is like on average size for the 2500 tick. It's at 20. I like to look at the ATR to basically get a gauge of the volatility. Like if the ATR is like 5, then it's like it's like very low volume. Like the market's barely moving, not doing anything. How often do you trade at night? H2O asks. Not very often. I did last night because how close we were to all time highs. And I felt like we were going to test it. Like we were going to test it. Like it's such a crucial area to test. So I just felt like, I stayed up a little bit last night. And I didn't even stay up. Like it all happened before 12. So I usually don't, but I opened them last night and because of how close we were to them. Panda, have you ever heard the orb strategy I keep seeing on TikTok? Yeah, it's basically what Alpine was doing. It's the first 5 minute candle. The first 5 minute candle, you wait for a breakout on it, or first 15 minute candle that you can break on whatever. Orb is the opening range bar. So whatever time frame you're using, 15 minute or 5 minute, you use that first bar, and then if you break out of it to the downside, then you go short. If you break up above side, then you go long. It's a strategy that honestly I don't think is actually profitable. Like something that simple. You gotta include some price action. Like if it's a complete doji bar and then you break the low of it, then you might expect it to come back in. And I don't know if the strategy calls for like at least one bar to close outside of it, um, outside of the range. But yeah, Feels like I just short here. Coming back up here. I mean, we're in this channel. Could bounce here, back down. It feels like I just short does trigger. Do I expect 10 points here? Sitting my pause for a little bit. Let's see. I mean, we've been on a very strong downtrend. Like, to expect the uptrend right away right now. It's not what I'm expecting. I almost want to go short here, but we're above the 20 MA. Also, here's I did some back testing and didn't see that great, but guys swear by. Yeah, exactly. Like on choppy days, like the first 5 minute candle just chops like crazy. So it is not like there's gonna be market conditions where every strategy fails a lot, and so especially something as mechanical as that where it's just like you just buy when you break the range of like the first opening bar. It's not gonna be that simple. Like I had Big Mama
500
strategy,
tick
but
trap.
literally Big Mama's been failing like 20 times in a row. So it's just like it's just like I can't rely on it right now. Like it's just also even Big Mamas you have to depend has to have good market conditions. Alpine uses 1 minute or Patrick uses 15-minute or. It might help you to like gauge maybe like what direction the market might be going. But like so many times, like I've seen two candles form on the 5 minute and then it reverses. It reverses immediately
I have a
as a for
500
opening
tick trap.
reversal. It's 50-50. I it's 50-50. So like if you got the orb whatever you want to trade, it's about 50-50 after that. So if you can base a strategy around 50-50, then go ahead be my guess, but wow, says Panda, have you had that thing where they have this metal grill thing and it's dome shaped? You grill the beef in the middle and on the sides of the grill is a super. Yes, yes, yes. Which they add sweet potato noodles and veggies and beef. Yes, yes, yes. You had the true experience. Albert, good morning. My fortune teller uses an orb. All those orbs are not consistent. Gilbert is right. Welcome back, Gilbert, by the way. Gilbert Medina, if you guys don't know, he's a rock star here. What's the dish called? It was delicious. Let me see. I'll get back to you on that. I don't know the name right away. It's usually just like kind of part of the barbecue. It's just part of the deal. It's just part of the barbecue. Or do a giveaway. I mean, he's come onto this chat and just threw like he usually just throws like memberships out. It's amazing. How's your training been going, Gilbert? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you still killing it? To me, honestly, like since I stream, like I can't really hide anything, so you guys know exactly how I've been doing. The last 10 weeks have been torturous, absolutely torturous. Like we made max payouts, but with the max payouts, it just came as such misery. It was so difficult to get to, but we were able to do it. I just think the price action has been so bad in the last like 3 months, so incredibly bad, just super choppy, and you can tell by the daily chart. It's just how choppy it's been here. This is like what we've been trading, and it's just very difficult. Even these strong bull bars here on the daily chart look amazing, but in the actual trading intraday, super choppy. Like the ATR is like 5. It's like just grinding up. And it's just very like it's just hard to trade, at least for me. But our accounts are still looking healthy, so uh, can't complain too much about it. Even though I have been, even though you guys hear me complain all the time, like I gotta get over. Like I feel like I'm at a phase right now where like I'm like I know what setups I'm looking for, and I can sense like if it's gonna be a good move. But now I'm at a place where if the price action doesn't give me what I need in order to see what I like, I just get super frustrated because I'm waiting for so long. Like I've been waiting for weeks on weeks on weeks for a good day, and if I don't get it, I just get pretty frustrated. And I think I'm in a place in my trading where it's like where I'm like that, right? I'm pretty much a break even trader right now in this market condition, and I'm just like so frustrated because it's just been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. My P&L right now has been like the market's just choppy, going up and down, up and down, up and down, up a couple hundred, down a couple hundred, up maybe 1,000, down 1,000. I've had some pretty big red days, but it's just like it's just how it is. That's just how it is right now. Not every market condition is created equal, right? And the more I trade, the more I recognize that. And I think the more you guys trade, if you guys are taking this seriously, are gonna recognize that as well. That not all market conditions are good for trading in general, and definitely not for your strategy. So like in my mind, like I need like in my strategy in my repertoire, I need at least two types of trading styles, all based on price action. But I'm like okay, so like in price action, you can enter in two ways, right? You can enter with stop orders, or you can enter with limit orders. I feel like I'm at a place where I'm pretty comfortable trading with stop orders, right? I feel like that's like the first half of price action trading. The second half of price action trading is learning how to trade with limit orders. The reason why for me I'm having a hard time making that transition to limit orders, it's not a transition, but to learning that aspect of trading, is because it's mainly done by institutions, and it's done in such a way where you need a lot of capital, right? When you watch Al Brooks's videos, he talks about entering limit orders, and the limit order trades, he says like sometimes they will have like 50-point stop loss, 50-point stop loss. It's just super wide, like they're just not expecting to get hit, because institutions understand when a market is a limit order market, that they're able to come out break even if they scale in, and the scaling in increases your probability so much. It might not increase your risk reward by a lot, but it increases your probability of winning a trade by so much that it is like it's worth it. So that's why it's also difficult, because probability is probably the most obscure thing when it comes to trading, right? Everyone knows what the risk reward is, right? It's not that hard. The risk reward is essentially like 1 to 1 on your trade, or 1 to 2 on your trade. The risk reward is it's very straightforward. But uh, when it comes to probability, that is the most confusing part of trading, and I think it comes with experience. Obviously, there's probably AI out there that knows probably almost every single trade, which the institutions I believe are using right now. So they are definitely using AI to figure out the best trades, and the AI probably knows like just all the probabilities of every single candle. But because I don't have the capital, well, I do have the capital. I can trade with limit orders. I can actually do it. But I have to trade with micros. And with micros, I can have a wide enough stop. My counts are big enough for micros, and wide enough stop so I can actually properly trade limit orders. I just haven't found the motivation to really do it. I wanted to start doing it soon, but my counts are kind of like in a place where I want to get them up to at least the minimum I need to withdraw. And once I do that, then I might start trading micros, um, because I want to get payouts, right? Like I do want to get payouts, and with micros, it's gonna be very hard to get payouts. Very hard to get payouts. So I don't know. It's a rock and a hard place, right? Trade micros and basically be like break even for the next couple weeks and not get payouts for a long time, or trade normal contract, like trade the minis, and like possibly be in a place where I'm like risk of ruin, or just be like choppy like how I've been. So like I have to enter a season where I just like practice limit order trading with micros and have the widest stops you could possibly imagine. Just knowing I'm gonna keep scaling in until I come out break even or a profit on the trade. Gilbert says trading my personal account all this year. I'm only up 33K for the year. This Trump market has been tough. Okay, so Gilbert Medina is feeling the same thing
5-minute trap.
as we have, or at least I have, where it's just like it's just super choppy, too much uncertainty. No one wants to really trade right now because of how uncertain things are. One Trump tweet just it obliterates the market or makes it just go into outer space, one or the other. Why'd you make the switch to your personal accounts? We're trading with Apex, and we've gotten some pretty good payouts with Apex so far. Austin here says gets max payouts, buys a Corvette, complains how bad he's doing. Fair, fair enough. It's not really how bad I'm doing. It's just how bad the price action is. I think for the most part, I like to me like if the price action is bad, like what I hate about that is that it just feels like a slow bleed, a slow bleed that like I feel like eventually, like I just will lose. Like I'm just gonna lose a lot of money. I'm just gonna lose money over time, and it's just eventually maybe like just bust my accounts. Like I just need at least 1 or 2 days of relief within like 2 weeks. Give me 1 day every 2 weeks, but if you give me 9 weeks with like maybe a half a day of good trading, then it's like it's almost like unbearable, almost impossible to just get through that with a slow bleed. Like you have to be able to learn how to make money on choppy days. YL says surely if the stop loss is 50 points, then the TP must be 50 points too. So the range is the 100 so range so not really. So the 50-point stop loss is just there because you don't want to get hit. And most likely you won't ever hit the 50-point stop loss. If the price action is like revealing itself that it's just like really going to your stop loss, then you'll try to cut it short. You'll try to prevent the 50-point stop loss. So the point of stop loss is just purely so you don't get hit, and it's just like a max just in case like atomic bomb explodes somewhere and you just have like some protection somewhere. Medina said I got out of the preference because all the yeah, changing all the rules. Yep, yep. It's fair. Apex definitely has changed a lot of rules. I think right now they're at a place where they're kind of like stable. Um, Let me see. Let me ask how many people in this chat has gotten the Apex email. So Apex sent out a email and they kind of halted trading for a couple traders, and they said that they're going to try to
5-minute
convert them
trap.
to live accounts. I want to know how many of you guys have received that email, and I want to ask a couple questions about that because if that's true, like did they actually turn you to live accounts? And like and if not, then how long have you been waiting? And have they had good communication? Like does it seem like there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Or they completely ghosting you, basically say basically just banned you and suspended you from trading. Like I want to know what it is. I'm certain like some of you guys have received that email too. Um, to turn their accounts live. And I'm suspecting is Apex reasoning is because they want to turn you to real traders, like real money, and they want to basically get money from your trading. And that's the That is the best way to do it for them to trade and give you live accounts. Okay, decent push up. We got very choppy here. I'm happy sitting my pause, and we're basically at the previous week's high. It's bouncing. I will take a fail second just short on the 2500 tick though. 2500 tick, creating a fail second just short possibly here, coming back to the all-time highs. A one-to-one was essentially made on this head and shoulders, right? You get a head and shoulders here. Not a one-to-one, not yet. It's basically a one-to-one, pretty close. Right here's a neckline. If you guys don't know, the measure move for the head and shoulders is that you measure from the neckline to the height of the head, top of the head, and then from the neckline, then you see how far you make a one-to-one. This is your measure move for head and shoulders. It's a big push up now. Now the tides have changed, shifted. It looks like it is kind of going as an uptrend right now. If you ask me right now, see, this is where the orb strategy fails. Right, you get a breakout, first three candles, breakout here on this candle, and it's reversing back up. So like the orb strategy, you would probably fail. It would probably fail here, so in some way, and your risk is huge. And I don't know what your risk is on the orb, but big down, big up. So it could possibly turn to a trading range, which is not surprising because the regular trading hours of trading have been absolute trash. All the action happens really in the extended hours. Extended hours. Okay. Second entry long, maybe coming off our trend line, coming off the 20 MA. We could retest the open of the first candle on the 5 minute. Big down, big up. Could possibly be it. Um,
5-minute trap.
$2,500 tick trap.
Second entry long coming off our trend line. And 20 EMA. Wow. The moment it triggers, snaps down. I'm glad I didn't enter. But still, kind of tricky. Tricky it fails like that right away. That's tricky deaky. Very tricky deaky. Makes you wonder what other surprises the market has for us today. That's a tricky deaky situation. Not too shabby of a trade, to be honest. Now we're going underneath the 20 MA, underneath our trend line. That is very tricky deaky. Very tricky dicky. Honestly, I could even that is like a fine trade. If you took that long, like honestly, don't be upset because that is a fine trade, in my opinion. It's not too shabby. It feels like the market's loving this area right now, the previous week's high. This could be a magnet. Can be, every time we go too far above it. The reason why I'm saying this is because we have so much price action going through it. We have this overnight session going through it. We have all of this nonsense, and we have all of this nonsense. And then when it does come to it, it kind of chops around for a while. And even when it breaks out, it comes right back to the area. So I'm just looking at the price action. It just seems like the market's loving the previous week's high. This could be free money trade here. Nope. It's already making a move. Yep. Whoa. Big push down. Wow. What a tricky dicky trade, because that is like by all accounts, that's a pretty decent trade to take. Second entry long, good signal bar, coming off the 20 MA, and also our trend line. What would really prevent you from entering that trade? What would prevent you? Could be a breakout retest of the head and shoulders. I don't know. Like you have the head and shoulders here. And it's basically just came to retest the neckline of the head and shoulders. That could prevent you from entering the trade. Maybe the bears were looking for that retest. They snap back down on it. Very, very tricky, in my opinion. Tricky deaky. BPCF says, does this new TPT promo mean no trailing for the pro accounts also, Panda? Hold on. Get 40% off for life, plus never pay an activation fee. Wait, 40%? Wait, 40%? Pandas. TPT is aggressive right now. I thought they would end their promo, but they made it even better. That's incredible. I gotta post that. That's sick. 40% off? That is amazing. That is sick. I always recommend, like, if you're just starting, use TPT. It's the trading experience is much better, and you're spending most of your time. Oh, July 4th promo. I get it. Makes sense. That's sick. This is a time to try TPT. To be honest, this is a time to try TPT. I'm trying to see why you're saying there's no trailing stop loss. I feel like no rules have changed. Yeah, from as far as I can tell, like all the rules are the same. So, someone asked BPCF asked, no trailing for the pro accounts. Also, no, there's trailing. There's trailing stop loss. In fact, the trailing stop loss for the pro accounts are the intraday trailing stop losses, or sorry, the trailing threshold. Because the evals is an end of day trailing threshold. If you guys don't know the difference, you really need to know the difference. It's pretty important. What are your thoughts on the 25K or 50K TPT account size? 50K TPT account size is just as good as the Apex one. Right there says end of day drawdown. For pro accounts, for the evals has always been end of day drawdown. Oh. Okay, okay. Sorry, the first thing says your live market pro plus accounts now have end of day drawdown. All new pro plus accounts created on or after June 30th, 20 will have it. There's no drawdown change. Okay. It says there's no drawdown change to the pro account. That's an interesting perk. Sorry, I don't know. I just read right past that. Yeah, I see why you're confused. Yeah, so it's the Pro Plus account. It makes sense to have no drawdown for the Pro Plus account because honestly, the Pro Plus account is very interesting, very interesting. So I went to Pro Plus. They forced me to go Pro Plus on the 150K accounts because I made like $20,000 on the Pro Plus account or on the Pro account with 150K. Like, it was just one trade. I made like 20K on it. And they said, okay, they literally closed my trade out in the middle of it. Like, I could have made more money, and but they forced the trade to close, and I guess they have like circuit breakers that if your account does something, that they'll just close whatever all your positions, and then they'll convert you to Pro Plus. And actually, it was kind of thankful at the end because after they closed the account, my the trade ended up reversing like really hard. So like they basically stopping my account, like my positions, like closing my positions, actually helped me make maximum on that trade because I was gonna hold it for longer, but it ended up reversing it really hard. I was like, oh wow, I would have came out break even on that trade. But I turned to Pro Plus on TPT. My experience with Pro Plus TPT was very interesting. Not interesting in a way where like something unusual happened to me. Or how about this? The Pro Plus in general is interesting. It's interesting. So if you don't know, if you have trade pro accounts on TPT, they have two ways to do automatically administratively turning to Pro Plus. If you have if you make 10K in one single day, then they'll change you to Pro Plus. If you make 20K all together in your accounts, then they'll change you to Pro Plus. So if either two of those happen, then they'll change your account to Pro Plus, and you have no say in it. It just happens. So Pro Plus accounts is interesting because what happens is that they lock up. So on your Pro account, like let's say you have 10K in it, you can withdraw up to 5,000. Like up into your account is $5,000. You can withdraw that, and they will lock up $5,000 of your profits, and you can't withdraw that while your Pro Plus account is alive. And so your Pro Plus account now, it starts at zero. It starts at zero, and you basically have another trailing threshold, and you have to build your account back up. So to me, like yeah, so you have to build your accounts back up, and you have to withdraw you can withdraw at any time. Like even if I make like $1 on my account and my account is up $1, I can withdraw that $1 if I wanted to. Like you can withdraw any amount. You have no safety net in the Pro Plus. But the reason why it's interesting is because you basically have to make your own safety net. You just have to make your own safety net. Like no one's telling you like how to manage your money in the Pro Plus account. So for me, I traded my accounts up to like 6,000 on those accounts, and I was gonna withdraw, but in my mind I was like, how much do I really need to withdraw in order to like to keep a good amount in here so I can continue to trade? So I kind of told myself maybe I'll just withdraw anything above 5,000. But then I came to think about it, and I was like, well, in a sense, I raised this account up to 5,000, and now when I withdraw money from it, I get a 90-10 split. There's a 90-10 split. But I was thinking about it, I was like, well, I basically just traded like a $5,000 account, and I doubled it. So if I just traded this with my own money, right? If I just traded my own money and I made this, then if I ever end up paying myself with my own money, I would have no splits. Plus, I could trade news if I really wanted to. So my mom was like, "Well, why would I ever turn to Pro Plus? I would just ask to withdraw that extra 5,000 that they locked up in the accounts. I would just withdraw all of that altogether, and I'll just trade it myself in my personal account." Like in my mind, I was like, it almost felt useless to trade a Pro Plus account because, and the thing is, you would think the main advantage of Pro Plus account, and this is the kicker, right? You have like a 150K account, and then they convert that to a Pro Plus account. But while it was a Pro account, you could trade up to 15 contracts whenever. When it turned to Pro Plus account, and I didn't know this until I started trading it, you can only trade one contract per $500 you have in that account. So they give you an initial like $5,000, you know, like a $5,000 like a thing, like $5,000 margins. So you can trade up to 10 contracts, or what's 5,000? Yeah, so you can trade up to 10 contracts, but after a while, like the margins start to change depending on the market, and I was come to a point where I could only trade one contract because it was required to have like $1,000. Like they changed the margin requirement, and I needed like $1,000 per contract I wanted to trade, and so I was like, wait, that means there's virtually like no advantage of trading the the Pro Plus account because this is not acting like a 150K account. This is acting like a $5,000 account. So I could have literally just trade this personally and it would be much better because the margins are the same, like everything would be the same. So it like to me, I was like, well, the Pro Plus account is really like it just seems like very like useless to me. I don't know. I just didn't see a use for it. That might be very confusing, everything I just said, and you might have to be like when you like experience yourself, it's very understandable. It might be confusing when I try to explain it, and maybe it's just I need to find a better way to explain it. But here, basically, the breakdown is this: the main advantages of the prop firm really is, you don't trade your own money. You don't trade your own money, and you could trade really big size because like they're quote unquote giving you 150K count amounts of margin, right? Even though like you have a threshold of only $5,000, but your margin requirements are met if you want to trade 15 contracts. Like you can trade 15 contracts right away. That's the nice thing about prop firms. You don't trade your own money, and you have the margins of a very large account, even though your threshold is very little. Not very little, but it's little. It's small, like a $5,000 threshold. But your margin requirements are huge. So, like, you can trade up to 15 contracts. If you really had like a $5,000 account, you cannot trade 15 contracts on that. But because of the prop firm, right, those are the main advantages. You don't lose your own money. Plus, you have really high margins, so you can like trade very very aggressively. The Pro Plus account basically takes away that both of those things because you are trading your own money at that point because you have $5,000 locked up that you can't take out, so that is your own money, and the margin requirements are based on how big your account size, how big your account size is, and it's not 150K. It's whatever money you have in your balance. So it takes away both of the advantages, like that you would uh, otherwise have with prop firms. So the Pro Plus account, the TPT, like honestly, I'm just like, if I could choose, I would never turn to Pro Plus. Like I don't mind. I like to have the huge margins on the Pro accounts, and continue to do the 20/80 split, whatever. But so the Pro Plus account is just like, in my opinion, just a way for the prop firm to hedge for themselves. I was busy this morning because I was in talks with a dealership. If you guys don't know, I'm hunting for a Corvette right now. Austin Harris says, I wish I would have started using prop firms sooner than I did. I started Apex 2 months ago. Yeah, Apex is not bad, but I like TPT better because you're spending most of your time, I guess, in the eval stage. I don't know. I mean, Apex you can also trade like with evals and spend a lot of time there, but um, yeah, I mean TPT is, once you get to the funded accounts, it's amazing. It's amazing. And there's no rules. So when you first start, actually, I don't know. Maybe Apex is better because there's no rules, or because they have rules, and you have to like basically kind of like teach yourself how to have good risk management. Like all in all, like even though the rules suck on Apex, like they do force you to have good risk management. The only thing I don't really like about it is that they kind of pretty much cap how much money you can make per day through like the consistency rules. Like to me, consistency rules it doesn't really make sense as a trader. The positive consistency rule, the negative consistency rule actually makes more sense, but the positive consistency rule, it doesn't make sense as a trader because why would you cap your wins? Like, you will never cap like they and no traders out there saying like, oh, I pretty much make consistent amount of money a day. Most traders, if anything, is complete opposite. They make most of their money on one good day. Maybe their strategy is like they just do really well on a super strong training day, and they kind of just wait for that super strong training day, and then they make all their money off on that one day, like for maybe the whole year, to be honest. Because if you can catch a nice trend, keep scaling in, like you can make millions of dollars in one day, to be honest. But yeah, that's why the positive consistency rule is the biggest. Like that is the rule that every prop firm has it, other than TPT. That's the thing. Every prop firm has it, and it's literally to mitigate to make it difficult for you. Uh, it's basically for them to mitigate their losses, so they can't they can have reason to not pay you out if you have like a huge profit day. Then they're kind of like hoping you basically bust your account. That's basically what the consistency rule is. There's no really other reason to have a consistency rule. Like as like if you trade your own personal money, you would never have a positive consistency rule. Like how would you ever have a consistency rule for yourself to limit how much money you can make in a day? I don't think it makes sense, in my opinion. But All right, getting close. Kind of like I said, the market's loving the previous week's high, previous trading day's high. It's this turquoise line. They're both in the same spot, right? You can see there's two lines combined here. It's like a dash line and a dotted line. Um, it's loving this area. So when it gets too far away from it, it comes back down to it or comes back up to it, whichever way the market's going. It's loving this area. It's loving this area, this price. You can tell by the price action, just loving it. Hopefully we can find some edge. Maybe I'll find a reversal at the bottom of this triangle to come back up to it. But the by this time the triangle is so like there's so little room if we get the bottom triangle back to the top. Maybe I gotta try the limit order. Second entry long for me on the 5 minute chart. Right, second entry long on the 5 minute chart for me. There's a second pullback here, and 20 EMA right beneath. You could either try to bounce out the 20 EMA or maybe retest, not retest, but come and fill the gap. There's a big gap on the 5 minute chart. And your first bar is a big bear bar. And look at the reversal back up. It's not very high. It gets about 50% of the first bar. So this could be an area, and you have a triple top here. This could be, showing us some bearishness, and the market may start going down. The price action is telling us it had a hard time coming back to the top, right, basically to the open. It makes about a 50% retracement on this candle. And the reason why 50% is important is because for those who are in this trade, right, say they went long right at the open. Say there's someone who went long right at the open. The reason why the 50% is important is because by the time like this candle ends, they'll buy it maybe at the low, and 50% means they cannot break even for anyone stuck up here. So 50% is an important level on basically any chart because it shows that those who got stuck on the top are most likely out break even. Thinking maybe limit order trade here. See, in all of this, all I'm trying to do is trying to find like a 12.5 point trade. But honestly, in this mess, it's actually kind of hard to find. It's actually kind of hard to find a 12.5 point trade. Higher low here. So I can just short maybe. Austin here says, I agree with you. Apex just works for me. I understand the rules and I can only sit down and trade after 3 p.m. So I'm never really making more than a couple hundred a day anyways. Alright, fair enough. Higher low back up to the area that we love. Yeah, comes right back up to it. Second entry long on the 5-minute chart, about to trigger here. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe back to the top of the triangle. Second entry long triggers on both higher time frames. Fail second entry short. Could be my setup I'm looking for here. Interesting. Second entry long 2500 tick chart triggers. 5-minute second entry long triggers, but choppy. I'm just chilling here. It's in a triangle currently, right at the previous week's high. Okay, big push up, second entry long. On the higher time frames, looking good. Maybe break out of this triangle now. Or it'll come right back down to the area we love. It's always nerve-wracking for me to go opposite of the 20 MA. It really is. I'm just like so like stuck in that. Coming back to the area we love, the previous week's high. We're loving this area. Feels like I'm just short, but bouncing off the top of the triangle like that. Not interested. We're basically stuck here. I'm trying to make a 12.5 point trade. Preferably with a stop order, but the market is not providing much opportunity for me here.
2500 tick trap. Five-minute trap.
Okay. Why Apex over TPT, even though I speak so highly of TPT?
2500 tick trap.
20 accounts That's the main thing Apex has. 20 accounts. 20 accounts, pandas. 20 accounts. And I'm like agnostic to how many accounts I have. So we got 27 votes, and 11% of you guys said that you got the email to turn to live accounts. Can any of you guys confirm if you actually turned live? Can you put in the chat, like, did you actually turn live? Are you actually trading live? Like, did they actually turn you live? Or can any of you guys tell us, they said it, but it's been months now, and you still haven't heard anything, and you're wondering, how long will it take? Can anyone in chat tell us? I love to hear it. I love to hear it because honestly, if they tell you to turn to live accounts and they don't like actually turn your live accounts, and it's pretty crappy. Pretty crappy of Apex. They need to change that. They are 100%. They need to change that. It's not even a like it's just objectively true. That's not fair. Like they need to do it. Something they need to like fix right away. If anyone would be so kind to share your experience, you would help out the community. Definitely help out the community here. Whew, almost died. You definitely help out the community. Ugh. We just love this line, pandas. This turquoise line. We love going in and out of it. It is just the previous week's high. We're loving it. Absolutely loving it right now. And it's hard to trade away from it. It's hard to trade to it, too, because look how strong these moves are. It makes me feel like it might break out. And now we're getting closer to the apex of the triangle. Getting closer and closer to a breakout. I would have been A-OK just literally selling and buying, or buying near the bottom of the triangle and selling near the top of the triangle. Limit orders, in fact, even. But it's so scary, It's so scary. Like, I'd rather protect my profits and just take that trade. I have no, like, rush here. Like, I really wanted to find a good setup, and I've seen zero. I actually seen zero. In fact, this trade to go long here was probably the best setup to go long. Like this actually was a decent trade to go long here, coming up for trend line and 20 MA, and kind of going back to a key area here, which is the all-time highs. Actually, a good trade right to go long here. You see on the right side. Like if I saw the second entry long coming off the 20 MA like this, like I did see it, I was like ready to go in, but the moment the second entry long triggered, it reversed real hard. So the best setup right here didn't work. So when you have a really good setup that doesn't work, then you gotta like it should raise some eyebrows. You know what I mean? When your good setups don't work, that means the day is gonna be trickery, very tricky, probably more trickery ensuing. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Pandas, what a good Monday. I mean, it's no different than any other day we've had. All the good price action happens overnight, which is why I took a trade overnight, especially because we're so close to the all-time highs. I typically don't trade, during the Globex session, but I did. I had an exception last night because we're so close to all-time highs. I thought we are going to test it, especially with the big push-up, and end up making a nice $2,000 trade. $2,000 trade across 20 accounts is $40,000. So basically $40,000 on that one trade. It's just gonna go to the end of the triangle. It's just going back and forth, back and forth. Loves it. Well, I've been Corvette hunting the last couple weeks. I think I'm gonna pull a trigger on one. Looking for like cars. I don't know. I don't know why the car business is it always feels so shady. Private sellers, dealerships, they all do like kind of shady stuff and always trying to nickel and dime. We just love this. We love it. We just love this. And this triangle is like such a clean looking triangle too. It's a really clean looking triangle. Rough runs, yeah, C8. Real answer, why not get a Tesla with full self-driving? I bet he'll love that. Maybe. Maybe he would love that, but dream car. It was a you know, a professed dream car he had, so C8. Yep. The C8s look so amazing. I love them. There's something very interesting happening with the C8 market. They're just like super cheap, especially the used cars. Like they're just like super. It's like weirdly cheap.
5-minute trap.
Have you ever been to late model racecraft YouTube? No. Maybe I'll check it out. Did they have a video on it? Please go. All right. So polite of you. So polite to say please. Many posts. All right. What's their overall like assessment? Good, bad, neutral. You could tell Rock Runs is a big car guy. Because I have no idea what he just said. I have no idea what he just said, but you know he's a big car guy. Because when he just said that, I just know this guy loves cars. Because I have no idea what that means. I personally am not a big car guy. I like cars, but I'm not a big car guy. I just maybe I haven't driven enough nice cars. Like, I think I would like cars more if I worked on them in an early age. Like, if I had a nice garage and I could like just work on some cars, I think I would enjoy it. But honestly, cars scare me. Like, I don't want to like go in there and like, you know,
25
change
minute
stuff
trap.
in there that I don't know. Like,
5-minute trap.
I just, I'm pretty sure I could learn, but like because my knowledge is so limited, I'm just too scared. Honestly, hey, the 5 minutes making an OII pattern, pandas. What in the world is happening? OII, but it's like super choppy. What do we do here? Should I take the risk? Whichever side we break on the OII. Let's see if we can get some 10 points. Whichever way. If we break the lower side, maybe just test it 20 MA. Austin here says, when I get a max payout, I'm buying a boat. Already told my... It's like, sorry, wife. I'm just letting you know where this money's going. And is that going to you? Well, I guess your wife could enjoy a boat. Would you try to buy it cash or would you try to buy it finance? And what boats are there? Like, I don't know anything. Like, I know some things about cars, but I know zero about boats. Like, I can't even tell you one boat company. If you ask me, like, maybe the only boat I know is Conor McGregor's Lamborghini yacht. That's all I know. Otherwise, I have zero knowledge on boats. It's crazy how little I know about boats. Like, there's no one who knows as little about boats than me. Cash don't want to finance anything. Definitely not a toy. It seems a lot of people on this channel, if they can make some good bamboo trading, a lot of you guys want to buy boats. All right, no one's answering my question here on these live accounts. Let me ask. If you could get max payouts, what would you buy? Car? Boat? Save? Save for a house? Or what's another thing? Jewelry watch. How do you spell jewelry? Jewelry. Bike. Okay, I guess like car or bike. Only taking this because the OII. Really coiled up here, pandas. Ready some new golf clubs. How much can new golf clubs go for? A lot of you guys said boat. I don't know. Maybe the last one is like it's weird. I personally would like a watch, but that's like so late, so late. Not late, but so far down the list of priorities. I do want to buy a nice watch eventually, but so far down the list of priorities. What you should do actually is probably buy a business. Something that can give you some nice passive income. All right, we can go for it. My one trade of the stream, possibly coming after an OIII pattern. Quite possibly here. The one thing I don't like about this trade, even though it's OIII, is that it's within the triangle, like still pretty strong in the triangle here.
5-minute trap.
Ah, I don't know which way it's gonna break. Ooh, okay, got it. Got him perfectly there too. Did I even get in all my counts? Like there was no errors. All right, should be good. You guys know the drill, the OII pattern here. It's inside bar.
Trap.
Of course we'll lose. Like I said, the one thing I didn't like about this is it was still in the triangle. Even though it's an OII pattern, in the triangle still, so yeah, it gets stopped out. Fair enough. How big was that trade? Look at that 10-point candle on the 5-minute chart. Such small risk. But we're just loving this level here, pandas. We can't get away from it. Now it's making out. Is it OII? OIIIO. Very, very fun. Right? Don't go long here. Just let it. It just means more chop. The one trade I took, it was an OII. It's like so rare to see that. An OIII pattern. It's rare to see that. That's the only trade I took, and I think it's fair. Your real answer on my post, on my poll, is you should be wanting to buy more accounts on Apex. 55,000 accounts on Apex. This is just so diabolical. This price action. Market's not doing anything. And look at this. This is what we start off. This is the day. This is today's trading day. And when I say like it's been like 9 weeks, now we're entering our 10th week. 10 weeks of absolute trash price action. This is what I'm talking about. While we're streaming, this is what it looks like. I took one trade. It's like a really rare setup to get an OII pattern. OI pattern is pretty common. OII is like pretty nice, but OIII, super rare. Took it. It happens once every like month or so, maybe. An OIII pattern. I rarely see them. And we take it and we lose. Best trade ever. We just love this line right now. This blue line. Cutting across all the price action. Can't get away from it. We're too strong into it. Okay, popping to the upside. Okay.
5-minute trap.
Okay. 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 Interesting. So might end on a L here. It's completely fine. All good. I waited patiently for a trade and didn't work out. And it is what it is, I guess. Two strong bull bars, maybe going long on the 5-minute chart. Because maybe it's confirmed now this triangle's broken. Right. Just triangle on the 5-minute. We've been in this triangle all all session. And now, if we have a strong close outside of it, could be confirmation that the triangle's broken. I think the bulls need a strong bull bar here to feel confident to go low. Look at this. Super choppy. More or less the same it has been for the last 10 weeks. So, I'm not even surprised. That's why I don't mind waiting here for super long because it's just no setups whatsoever. I took one chance at a OIII patterns, once in a month type situation. Once in a month event. Feels like I'm just short far away from 20 MA. I sort of never take this trade. It's too low probability. Way too low probability. I make it work out, but it's just so too low probability for me. I've seen it fail way too many times. If it works, 100 times in a row now, maybe I'll change my mind. But it's just my experience with this setup is just too negative. And then you lose it, right? You took that, you lose it, right? Fails like just short, far away from 20 MA. Market still has no idea what it's doing, no idea where it's trying to go. Breakout seems weak. This is your. Right, they want a strong bull bar. Bulls want a strong bull bar here. 5 minutes, super strong bear bar, ready to lose that trade, but reverses back up, making it a hidden second entry long. It's hidden because there's two reversals in one candle. Right, that's the second entry long here. Right, two reversals in one candle. I don't know. All right, what you got? Strong bull bar on a 5 minute. I may just buy. Oh, it's risky though. It's risky, definitely risky. Strong bull bar on a 5 minute. I may just buy it. Two bull bars in a row now.
5 minute trap.
Okay. What? Strong bull bar ending near its high. No follow through. Pretty terrible. You ask me. Okay, it's coming back to this level that we love. Really can't get far away from it, to be honest. Fail breakout. Come back down. It's just very confusing. And it's like when I say like this is terrible price action, this is what I'm talking about. This is like I know people may say like it's because I'm just not a good trader or whatever, but you get price action like this, like doesn't I don't know how, like, obviously like if you can trade limit orders and you're loving this, you're loving this. But limit order trading is not for everyone. It's I really think it's I mean, who knows? Maybe you guys are expert limit order traders. I have a hard time doing it. To me, it just feels like you're trying to catch a falling knife every single trade with limit order trading, which is not a bad idea if it's ranging. Testing the 20 EMA, most likely on the 5 minute chart. Like just such a clear area to test the 20 EMA here. Maybe bottom of the trading range. Maybe make a new low. 2500 tick charge is going in and out, in and out, in and out of 20 EMA. Hard to choose a direction here. Let's see. I need some price action to tell me which way we're going. I need like some confirmation, some follow through. We're still going in and out of this consolidation. We're close to this support, but when the market looks like this, it's just what more can you do? I mean, I'm happy about today because I took the trade already overnight. I mean, I took my trade overnight. That is seems like the only way to make money right now. Touch the 20 MA on the 5 minute chart. 5 minute really have a hard time breaking like this line right here. Fail second entry long, maybe an okay trade here. Far away from 20 MA though. I swore I'll never take this trade. It's outside bar reversal. I just can't take it. Wild. Very choppy day today. People are definitely making money, but not me with my strat or the way I like to trade. It's not even my strat. It's more like my style of trading. OI pattern here. OII pattern here on the 506 chart. I could try. Looks like I'm missing the move. Move missed. Not even that much though. What is this? 5 points? 6 points? Wow. It's diabolical price action. What can I say? Absolutely diabolical here. I can't make, not that I can't make sense of it, but I'm too unsure of any trade of the next movement. I'm too unsure. Interesting. Hmm. Hard to find like enough confidence for actual trade here. Their insider TPT, well, yeah, how long is the 40% off? I'm guessing maybe to the end of the week because of 4th of July. But who knows? Second tree short. Again, not confident in any trade. Big push up. Wow. Very very sporadic movements here on the market. Very sporadic movements. No idea what's happening here. Truly no clue. Jeez. So confusing. Okay. It's bearish. Trading range, bullish. Maybe one more push down here. I'll take a chance. See what we get. Okay, we're in this trade. I don't know. Guess we're gonna at least hit this line. If not, then that's a darn shame. If you know what I mean. I've been loving this line, so I'm guessing coming back up to it. But if we can't even get up there, I don't know what to do. Take a hit. Very small reward here. I like to get it without much risk. I don't want to risk too much here either. It looks like it's having a hard time reaching it though. Yeah, having a really hard time reaching this area, which we loved for a long time. All good. It is that type of market. What can I say? Do I want more? I guess a 1-to-1. Let's just try to get a 1-to-1 in this trade or whatever. Having a real hard time hitting this area, which we've like easily hit multiple times, and we actually are struggling to hit it now when we're like ticks away. Interesting. Interesting concept. Interesting price action. To be honest, it's quite annoying, but it's what I get for trying to trade on a day like today. You know, honestly. It's what I get for trying to trade on a day like today. It's reversing on me. No surprise. Well, let's see. Win or lose. Couldn't even get to the previous day's high, which we loved so much. It's 3 points away. It's hard to make 3 points in this market. So sick. Gonna look for a 1-to-1. I don't even care. Give me that 1-to-1. Give me something good to eat. We hit the previous day's high. Yeah, that's all we get. I don't know. Let's see. See if we can make a 1-to-1 at least. Doesn't seem like we can even hit a 1-to-1 here. It seems like we're gonna come out break even as trade. Bye bye. No more shenanigans. I don't like the market. I don't like how it looked. I don't like how hard it was to hit this area, which has been so easy to hit, and now it's having a hard time getting to it. So I feel like bears might be in control. Could be a breakout retest. The fact that we had a hard time even reaching this level is suspicious. Big reversal down. I'm glad I came out. So it's hard to make any bamboo today. Really is. It is what it is. Tough trade. Tough day. Just became absolute chop. Why am I even surprised? I don't even know. I should be expecting this at this point. So, what can I do? Unfortunate. Just I had one loss today during stream on a super rare setup. An OIII pattern and triangle. Super rare. I try to take it. Can you blame me? I hope not. But this was looking a little bit bearish, but confusing. 2500 tick chart looks a little bearish. Looks like it's kind of pushing down now. 5-minute chart, we're still above the 20 MA. So this is a little bit tricky. 500 tick chart. I don't know. For me, the main issue was hard time hitting this key area above. And we had a hard time even reaching this. I just feel like now it's bears. The bears are too much in control. That means bears were selling before they even hit this. They're like super eager to sell here, in my opinion. But I don't know. Bears. Difficult. Tough. I don't know. Sure. Why not? Why not? Lower high here. Higher lows. If we break this high, I'm no longer interested. All right. All right, Panos. I think I'll call it today. Hope you guys are doing well. Better than me. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Same time, 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. And I hope to see you guys there. As always, happy trading up. Bye.